Here we're at our base of operations. This is the Community Collective for Houston. This is like the test farm to see what vegetables will work best throughout the year, with the ultimate plan of folding this into our meal program to where now we feed all the kids over at Day One Academies, also over at the school. And we're looking to grow for restaurants to where we could buy and sell hyper-local, farm-fresh ingredients grown by the community for the community first, and as an add bonus to the restaurants, and it's just savings for all. The money that comes from it is meant to sustain the operation of the nonprofit. So we started providing meals to the hospital, like made from scratch, like braised short rib with roasted vegetables, going specifically after the graveyard shift. Well, we did 1 million meals, and then at a certain point, I realized that we're kind of more of a Band-Aid, so I wanted to switch focus, and we started looking into farming, because fresh food access and malnutrition is just huge in the same communities that we were serving. So I spoke with the county judge's office, Commissioner Prestige, told them about the project. They loved it. They gave us 4 out of 10 acres to start with managing over there. Kendleton is 15 miles away from any fresh food sources. It's 97% African American. When it's time for harvest and any maintenance, we hire people from the community. We pay them $12 an hour, which is $5 over minimum wage out here. So there's a ton of waste that goes into harvesting, right? Because like we pull this stuff, like this is all completely organic. That means at best we have 7 to 10 days before the product's compromised. What we're trying to do is create a vertically integrated ecosystem to where we take what would be waste, collard green stems, odds and ends of peppers and tomatoes, and we do lacto-fermentation. And then the true waste, we compost. And we're gonna build a composting site out there. Or once we set up the mobile processing unit, we'll be able to sell that or distribute it as a frozen shelf-stable product. That $50,000, if we allocate just $10,000 of that to seed and to labor, that's gonna translate over to 14,000 pounds of fresh produce that'll be accessible to the community. This grant is going to support all that. I just wanna give a huge thanks to the Texas Capital Foundation. It's great to have a partner like to really see the value in our work and help us move forward in a big way.
Skill Point Alliance has been around since 1994. We have been working in the skilled trades ever since. We offer skilled trades training in pre-apprentice electrical, HVAC, plumbing, and we recently started a manufacturing class.
Skill Point was really great about getting your hands-on experience, doing a lot of different things, everything from the bookwork to the math behind a lot of the scene stuff to actually getting your hands on and getting everything working properly.
We provide rapid employment training. We get you in 4 to 6 weeks. There's 4,000 jobs that are being trained right now for 10,000 positions. We are here to meet that need, and I think that's really the big picture of what we're doing here.
I got into cosmetology actually in 10th grade. I keep feeling like I'm hitting a ceiling, and I just got frustrated. I looked up trades that were high in demand and that required hands. They really gave me the tools, literally and figuratively, on how to start a new career within this whole new construction field. I feel so confident going into it, and I know if anything I can always come back and ask for any type of support.
Currently, I have been asked to join the Beckett Electrical Services company. We'll be starting that here in about a week and a half.
When this graduation started, we already had, I think, 7 students of the 16 had already been hired. There is an incredible need out in our community and throughout the entire Central Texas region for skilled trades. We're looking to try to double the number of students that we were trained last year, and so this funding will definitely help make that happen. Thank you, Texas Capital Foundation, for your incredible support and helping us create a hope and a future for every student who walks through our doors.
Safe Haven of Tarrant County is Tarrant County's only state-designated family violence program. So what that means is we run the only 2 shelters, the only hotline, a variety of services for domestic violence victims, and also we're accredited to serve domestic violence offenders. Safe Haven offers a wide array of services. Anything that a victim would need, we have offered since 1976. That includes that we are the largest domestic violence shelter provider in the state. We have 2 very large shelters. We offer on-site school. We offer robust children's programming. We end up being a children's shelter. Our average client is a mom with 3 kids, so there are almost always more kids than adults in our services. We have legal services, we have counseling.
So when a client enters shelter, they are provided with a room, their basic needs. They receive support and attention from our advocate department that is here 24/7. So while they're here, they don't have to worry about how they're going to feed their children. They don't have to worry about how they're going to purchase basic things like toilet paper. Safe Haven provides all of those things for our residents so that when they do get income, they can focus on saving, rebuilding, whether that's to get a home, an apartment, a vehicle, and just working on rebuilding and establishing themselves as independent family members.
We run our county's only domestic violence high-risk team, cases where there's a high risk of lethality. Then we also offer a robust prevention program in our Tarrant County schools, where we work to prevent domestic violence in the future. So we are one of the only accredited providers for offender programming in Tarrant County. It works with our probation system through our courts. And if you do not address abusers, then you're not addressing domestic violence. You're putting Band-Aids on a problem. It is not often that we get funding that is this, can be this impactful. What this allows us to do is it allows us to continue to change our system. Thank you, Texas Capital Foundation. This is awesome. When I got the phone call, I nearly cried. This is really, really wonderful.
When I got out of the military in 2018, my career was cut short. I was medically retired and I had no idea what I was going to do. I got put out really quickly. I wound up retiring as an E6, went back to school, kind of bounced around, and was looking for employment.
I think it's a universal truth. If you've served time in uniform, it is just hard to figure out what you want to do. Very few people come into the military knowing when they're done exactly where they're going back to.
One of the things that we do here at Next Stop is we take veterans who are looking for employment and we help them with things like resumes. We help them with things like LinkedIn. All the things that I didn't know when I first got out that would have really helped me while I was in that search and while I was going to school, that's what we do.
So in 2023, we came up with a plan to execute the mission and set conditions for scale. And we executed on that plan throughout 2023, which included bringing on new partners, stabilizing and setting conditions financially. Dallas has a very high veteran population, and it's also, if not the #1 growing area in the country, it's certainly up there. So the combination of being veteran friendly, a lot of great industries that were already targeted around a resident veteran population, and then demand signal for new employees and great jobs all kind of came together as an obvious place for us to go in the state of Texas. Straight from the heart, just like to say thank you to Texas Capital Foundation for this grant, because it's a significant investment in our ability to not only provide the services that we are now, but to hire that staff, to create that permanent presence and deepen our relationships. We're going to make a difference here, and we're excited about that. So thank you very much.